Singapore has some rather unusual criminal cases these days. This one states Maid accused of mixing menstrual blood and urine into employer's food claims trial. Claims trial. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess they use a different English in Singapore when they say claims trial. Let's see. Maybe it turns to trial. A domestic helper, well, it says Singapore, a domestic helper accused of mixing her menstrual blood and urine into her former employer's food claimed trial on Monday. That's the day, 23rd of August, with her male employer testifying that he had received messages from her ex-boyfriend allegedly alerting him to the incidents. Canaris Rowena Ola, a 44-year-old Filipino, however, denied ever committing the offenses and claimed through her lawyer that she had lied to her ex-boyfriend about the disgusting acts. She claimed trial to one count of mischief. So this is interesting. She admitted that she said it, but she's saying that it was all a lie. To me, it would be better if she said no. I'm not sure when he became the ex-boyfriend, but it would be better if she had said, no, I never said that. But she said, yeah, I said it, but it was a lie. See, that's problematic right there. I mean, to say something like that and then say, why out of the blue would you come up with something so disgusting and then claim you were lying to him? Why would you say that? Because most of the time, these things would be true. The male employer, who took the stand as the first prosecution witness on Monday, was unable to pinpoint the date or time that the acts were allegedly committed, as the food was consumed long before the police report was made in December 2019. The software engineer cannot be named due to a gag order protecting his identity. The prosecution applied for the gag order due to the nature of the crime, which might cause embarrassment to the alleged victim or his family. The court heard from the male employer that the family employed Canaris in May 2017. The family had no complaints with regard to her performance until the alleged incident came to light. She stayed in her own room within the flat, which she shared with the man, his wife, their two young children, and the man's mother-in-law. Canaris was tasked to care for her employer's children and to cook the family's 3 meals. She was free to buy any ingredients she wanted and would at times cook her own food while cooking separately for the family. I'll tell you, that's a better deal than working in the Middle East, where you treated like a slave in the Middle East. She could cook her own meal, and she could do what you want, buy her own ingredients. In the Middle East, some people don't even get any food, like in Kuwait. Asked by the prosecution why he decided to lodge a complaint, the man said that around 11:14 p.m. on 15 December 2019, he received a message from an unknown number. He recognized the man in the display picture as the maid's ex-boyfriend, as Canaris had shown him his picture before. He sent messages saying that she put menstrual blood and urine in the family's food. Then I was shocked. He sent a message to both me and my wife. He said, the ex-boyfriend has since died. Wow. Wonder how come he died. As it was late, the man did not confront Canaris, but went to the police station to lodge a complaint. About an hour or two later, two police officers arrived at his house to investigate a matter. The officers woke Canaris to speak to her. At one point of time, she mentioned that she did it. I heard she had done it, mixing these two things into our food, and she said sorry many times to me and my wife. He added. 1 or 2 days later, the man said that he and his wife questioned the maid on why and how she mixed her menstrual blood and urine into their food. He was, however, unable to get specific details. He also asked if she would do the same thing to her own children, and she said, no sir, no sir. He ended up throwing his and his wife's lunch boxes away, as well as some utensils. While she was under investigation, Canaris was no longer made to do chores, but continued staying with the man as the man could not find her alternative living arrangement. Well, he should have sent her back to the agency. Despite approaching the Philippine embassy, asked why he did so, the man said he was scared that she was in his residence. I was hoping that they can do something about her stay, either in Singapore or somewhere else. I was hoping that she was out of my house as soon as possible. The helper remained in his residence but kept mostly to her room and was not allowed to enter the kitchen alone, even though she was free to move around and out of the house. On the 26th December 2019, the man took her to the police station for an interview and had not seen her since then. Wow. Canaris' lawyer, Khalad Hassan Karupaya, however, argued that the maid never mixed her menstrual blood or urine into the family's food and that she had lied to her ex-boyfriend. See, that's the part that gets me there. When she lied, why would you lie about something like that? You know? Who lies about stuff like that? In reply, the man said, it's not just these messages. They were not just the starting point, but after that she accepted responsibility for the offenses by saying so to me and my wife many times. She apologized many times. Repeatedly, she has accepted responsibility by saying, sorry, 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 sorry. However, Karupaya, her lawyer that is, maintained that his client was simply apologizing generally for the inconvenience caused to her employers. I put it to you, my instruction, what she has told me. She apologized. She says, sorry sir, sorry ma'am to you on 15 December 2019 for causing you all the trouble in the middle of the night, said the lawyer. The man responded that he had no opinion about that statement. The lawyer added that on the day her two employers confronted her on how and why she had allegedly done the act, the maid was afraid of the man and hence did not deny doing the act. You spoke to her in angry tone and she was afraid to answer to you. She was scared to answer you, said Karapoya. The man denied using angry tone, saying the maid was seated comfortably. Karapoya continued, whatever answers she has provided is given to you were untrue and given in a confused state. She was confused out of fear. said the lawyer. The man replied that he could not answer to the maid's feelings at the point in time. On how his family felt after the alleged incident, the man said they no longer hired a domestic helper and the chores were shared between the three adults. We did not want to trust a third party in our house with the food anymore. It's not a shame, he said. An investigation officer who handled the case testified he had spoken to Canaris' ex-boyfriend and took his statement at a hospital on 20 January last year, where the ex-boyfriend was warded for stage 4 cancer. Okay. That was after he received information that the ex-boyfriend was the one who had asked her to mix her blood and urine into her employer's food. He denied any involvement. It was just a conversation he had with the accused, stating that she did put her menstrual blood and urine into her employer's food. So here is a man who's dying from stage 4 cancer. Usually we take it that when you're on your deathbed, that you're gonna be telling the truth. You're not gonna be making up stories, you know, because you're facing the unknown. You know, you're close to death. You're in your deathbed. Why would you make up stories? So usually courts tend to take statements from people dying seriously. The trial continues on Monday. If convicted of committing mischief, they call it mischief, Canaris may be jailed up to 2 years, or fined, or both. So that's a rather unusual story out of Singapore. When you say, very unusual indeed.